Man, if you don't stick up for yourself, you're in for a long, hard road. Now, maybe you agree to doing things that you don't want to do, and you're constantly wasting your energy. You have no backbone. You're not able to set clear standards, or maybe you get disrespected day to day, right? And you're sick and tired of not having the courage to really stand up for yourself. Now, man, I'm on here today to speak on the power of standing up for yourself and why you need to develop strength as well. Because if you don't develop strength inside yourself, then you're never going to be able to build the lifestyle you want. And you'll never leave the impact that you truly want as well. Because your self confidence will not be at a level where you want it to be. And you'll be constantly going against what it is that you desire and letting other people walk all over you. Now, this used to be me. And I was a very weak person growing up, right? I had a very faulty self-image. I had no self-worth, and I had no belief inside myself. Now, this reflected to my outer world. I get disrespected, I get taken advantage of all the time, and I get walked over constantly. I couldn't stand up for myself when there was conflict, for example, and I was just an easy target, okay? Now, I'll give you a story that kind of sums all this up. Now, I remember a while ago, a good few years ago, okay? I love football, okay? I was always into my sports growing up, and before I kind of went down a negative path of the drinking and alcohol, I remember there was a point in time where I was playing for one of our local teams, okay? And we were in a cup final that was happening on a specific Saturday. Now, I also had a job at the time, right? And I wasn't enjoying this job. I was not planning on staying there for longer anyway than I had to. And I get told I had to work on the Saturday of the day of the cup final. Now, I was obsessed with football at this moment in time. A bit like how I am with boxing at the moment. Maybe not as intense, but it was definitely a main focus of my life because I knew that I enjoyed it and it was keeping me fit. And I was able to really enjoy myself when I was playing the football, okay? Now, I get told I had to work on a Saturday and I couldn't play the cup final. Now, I decided that is not happening. Fuck that. And I never went back into work, okay? So basically, I lost my job and we got on the bus to go and drive to the cup final on the day. And I never even get picked for the team when we're in the change room and the coach was announcing the team. I didn't get picked for the team, right? And I maybe got on for the last 5 minutes at the end of the game. We lost the cup final, if I remember. And if I had it in me to stand up, right, have the courage to let the manager know that I'm playing that game, I've just lost my fucking job, that I'm going to play this game because it matters a lot to me, I would have got on. But I sat there in silence, okay, at the front of the bus, kept my mouth shut, and didn't say anything. And I lost my job in the process as well, so I had no income for a while. Now, that was the level I was at. And the reason I'm telling you that story, man, is because I'm trying to show you that you can make the changes that you want to make, okay? No matter where you've came from, no matter the beliefs that you had, if you're ready to make the changes, then you can really change your life, okay? And weakness holds men back. Now, as I've developed awareness and strength and courage and really built my internal world and built the life that I've wanted, I'm starting to really move things into alignment. I'm looking out and I'm seeing where men are weak and where men are losing, okay? And it's the ability to not stand up for themselves. They're agreeing to things they don't want to agree to. They're putting and giving their energy out to everyone else but themselves. They're getting disrespected and not standing up for themselves. And this feeds into their self-worth, their respect, and obviously their self-image as well. Now, men, what I wanted to get away from this video today is you need to stand up for yourself. If you're a serious man who is serious about leaving an impact, a legacy, and trying to be better, you're going to face conflict in your day sometimes, okay? Because you're trying to build a new life. The people that are around you are used to you being a certain way. So you're trying to change who you are or step into your potential. It is going to make a few people uncomfortable. People will try and push you down, right? People might continue to try and disrespect you, but if that continues to happen, it's because it's your own fault. When you stand up for yourself and you really understand how important standing up for yourself is and building that confidence and courage to go after life, you will not tolerate it anymore. And when you don't tolerate this anymore, you open a new door of opportunities and you're able to go after what it is that you want to go after without fear, without fear of failure, and with understanding that you can get exactly what it is that you want out of life, okay? And we need to look to build this inner strength. We do this by taking care of ourselves. We do this by understanding our mind, okay? We understand the mechanism of our mind. We understand how it works. We understand if we plant certain thoughts into our subconscious mind, then that can turn into a behaviour, and we can take action on that behaviour, and we can live that behaviour and really live that person that we want to be, okay? So understanding the inner workings of your mind, doing your research, doing your study and learning from the greats, okay? Looking after yourself, get into the gym, following down on your word. If you're committing to something, commit to it, building up slowly the self-trust, okay? The next one, get into some form of combat sports. When I started boxing, that's when things started to change, right? I was unaware what was happening at the time, but the world started to respond to me differently, okay? Never get any disrespect. I do not get any up to this point in life. And the reason being is because I respect myself so much on what I'll tolerate and what I won't tolerate, but also what I will accept and what I won't accept. Meaning that I know my values, I know what I want out of life, and I'm aware that there is going to be people from time to time that will stand in my way. Now, I do not let that happen anymore. And I'm grateful that I don't. And I'm also grateful from the place that I came from, because I've been able to live the contrast and feel what it feels like to be weak, okay? And have no self-worth. But I've done the work on myself over the past few years, okay? I've understood my mind. I have really dived deep on what hasn't worked, what's worked, and really pushed my limits outside my comfort zone and got the right knowledge, and most importantly applied it as well, okay? My values are pure. I've got a strong, effective character, and I know myself, okay? And I know myself because I know my mind. So I encourage you to do the same. Get into combat sports, learn how to defend yourself, learn how to fight, learn how to push your body to extreme levels, get around men who want to be better, get around men that are savages, okay? And this will really uplift your spirit, it will inspire you to be better, and it will show you a world that you are ready and willing to have, only if you want to put in the work, okay? Now, the next thing, man, is accept this now, that you're not here to make everyone happy. Some people in your journey will love what it is that you're doing, right? They'll love the courage that you're about to have, or that you do have. They'll love your enthusiasm. They'll love the fact that you're trying to be more. But there will also be people who don't respect it. They don't love it, okay? And they might chat some shit behind your back. That's absolutely fine. Okay, you're not here to get everyone's acceptance. And I've learned this over the past year or two, that you will upset a few people. You'll have to let some people go in your life, right? You'll make people feel uncomfortable at times, okay? Your job isn't here, right, on this planet to make people feel comfortable 100% of the time. The way that you move, right, the actions that you take, the life that you're trying to build is going to be in total contrast to the people around you. So of course they're going to feel uncomfortable. You need to accept that, understand that that's absolutely fine. You're going to gain people, you're going to lose people along your journey, but your focus has to be yourself, and you have to be at the top of your priority list, okay? Do not let anyone affect what it is that you're trying to do, okay? Make sure you've got a strong, effective circle of people who truly want what's the best for you, and let no one ever disrespect you, okay? If you get disrespected, men, make it a priority to stand up for yourself, right? Be honest, speak your truth, and no hard feelings lost, because at the end of the day, you're here to build your character, and every situation that you come up across during the day, you can use that as a chance to shape and build the man you want to be, okay? And you do this by really understanding, first of all, who it is that you want to be. Now, the person I'm today and the changes that I've made over the past 4 or 5 years, that hasn't just been a coincidence, okay? That's came down to work, refinement, and a clear understanding of the man I want to be, the man I desire to be, and how he shows up to life every day, okay? There's times I fail, there's times I have doubt, there's times I still have setbacks, but guess what? My core, my root is built off integrity, strength, and courage, and that's why I'll always bounce back and learn from the harsh reality, okay, or life setbacks, okay? But you have to define your own reality, what that looks like for you, and what you're willing to accept and what you're willing to not to accept. And this is all going to come down to you standing up for yourself, okay? If you can't stand up for yourself and work, day-to-day life, as you're going about your day, then you'll never build the lifestyle that you want, because your lifestyle to be built requires resistance. And when resistance appears to be there, You need to be strong and effective and pursue the life that you want. If you crumble and fold, then you've lost that decision as far as I'm concerned, and as far as that decision or that goal is concerned as well. So men, more of the story and the video of today. I want you to stick up for yourself and know how important this is. You're here to leave an impact, right? You're here to build a legacy. You're here to inspire yourself, your family. Let no one ever disrespect you. And a side note as well, when you start to build strength inside yourself and you're fit, you're healthy, you're thriving, you're slowly building your business or you're building the lifestyle you want, you'll reach a certain point where you will not get disrespected, okay? The only disrespect that you'll potentially get is passive disrespect behind your back or sly comments in front of your face that are hard to see. When you're in this moment, understand what it is, right? Understand what these people are doing and accept it. That's absolutely fine, okay? Because when you're strong and effective, okay, and you're moving in alignment, they will not come to you in a strong way. Weak people cannot stand up to you in a strong way. They're weak for a reason, okay? They'll come in a way that's sly and slick behind your back, and it's hard to notice, okay? Pick your battles, know when to go to war, but also know when to lock on and focus on the mission. And that's where your focus has to be 99% of the time, okay? There will be times you make mistakes, but make sure you get back onto the path and you commit to the mission that you've set out to accomplish. And make your development the top of your priority list, okay? So stand up for yourself, let no one dictate your next move, and surround yourself with real people who want real results, and your life will change, especially in 2020.